Good evening and welcome to Hopkinton High School for tonight's varsity boys basketball game as the Wayland Warriors take on your hometown Hopkinton Hillers. The Tri-Valley League is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship and establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. The league will not tolerate negative statements or actions directed towards competitors, game officials, or fans in attendance. Such actions include taunting, trash talking, and the berating of players or officials. Please respect all decisions made by officials. Please respect fans, coaches, participants, and opponents alike. Thank you for helping create a positive, respectful, and fun environment here at HHS. And now for tonight's lineups. For the Wayland Warriors, starting at guard, number 3, a sophomore, Porter Moody. Starting at forward, number 4, a junior, Jabari Nurse. Starting at forward, number 33, a junior, Gavin Davies. Starting at guard, number 5, a junior captain, Jaden Brewington. And starting at guard, number 2, a senior captain, Xander Livingston. The Warriors are coached by Dennis Doherty, assisted by Eric Wolven and John Berry. And now for your hometown Hopkinton Hillers. Starting at guard, number 3, a junior, Stephen Maffiori. Starting at guard, number 10, a junior, Thomas Ambersoni. Starting at guard, number 14, a senior, Ryan Kester. Starting at guard, number 21, a senior captain, Michael Puvakad. And starting at forward, number 24, a senior captain, Brendan Kelly. The Hillers are coached by Tom Keene, assisted by Chris Banks. Now, would you all please rise for the playing of our national anthem?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the regular season finale of Hopkinton Hillers boys basketball on HCAM. Tom Nappy alongside Steve Spector, and tonight the 13-6 Hopkinton Hillers take on the 13-6 Wayland Warriors. Hopkinton has won 3 straight games and have gotten themselves in great position for some potential home playoff games. Wayland has also been red hot as of late. They have won their last 4 games. Both teams tonight certainly fighting for home court advantage in the postseason. More than likely, both teams already have the first round at home. But tonight, a win could be the potential difference between having that second round home game as well. Steve, it should be a great regular season finale tonight. 2 very good teams doing battle here.
Yeah, I'm excited to do this game with you, Tom, and pair of 13-6 teams. Don't know if they know much about each other. I'm sure they had their own scouting reports for each of their teams, and it'll be an interesting game because they don't play each other all that often. Again, we're here during vacation week. In contrast to last Friday night's game, which was senior night, there's a much smaller crowd here. But nevertheless, the cheerleaders are here. We got the HCAM crew here, so here we go.
And we are underway. Wayland starts off with possession as Jabari Nurse wins the jump ball as Peter Moody passes over to Jaden Brewington. Brewington takes it over to the right side of the perimeter as Wayland works around. Nurse now with possession. Jabari Nurse, a sophomore, now a three attempt, no good from Livingston, and the Hillers have it. Ambersoni takes it down, passes it over to Kester. Now back up to Ambersoni. Ambersoni to Puvakad, and now Maffiori to Kelly. He'll drive along the end line, kick it out to Kester, up for three. Off the rim it goes, no good. Rebound, Jaden Brewington. Here comes Wayland.
Nice.
And it's stolen away. Quick hands there by Ambersoni. Maffiori will take it up. Fires it over to the corner, up for three. Puvakad, no good. Tipped out by Kelly and swatted out of bounds by Ambersoni just in front of Livingston. Good hustle, however.
Little collision there with Xander Livingston and Ambersoni. Showed some good sportsmanship on both those guys. They had a pretty good full body contact there. Ball back to Wayland.
Jabari Nurse on the entry. Nurse takes it up. Hillers pressing early, trying to drop those turnovers, and we get a whistle here. And our first foul of the game is Jaden Brewington drew contact. And they are going to get Michael Puvakad with the first foul.
Wayland looks like they got a quick squad here.
Yeah, they got a lot of speed. They also have some good shooters. Jaden Brewington is someone to look out for tonight. Good all-around team, and they're pretty young as well. They actually only have 2 seniors on the roster, so I think Wayland's going to be around for the next few years and be a heavy threat in the postseason.
Good D.
And Ambersoni slips a hand in there, nearly steals it away from Moody. Now Livingston launches the three, and he's got it.
Tough shot.
Wayland strikes first. Ambersoni with possession. Puvakad now. Kester to Kelly. Driving along, off the glass and in.
That's Brendan's patented move underneath. He can go on either side of the board, but he's a big body under there. I don't see. There's definitely some height on Wayland's squad, but not as much bulk. And it'll be interesting to see how Brendan can handle things tonight.
Xander Livingston just hit his second field goal of the night. 5-2 Wayland. We're about 2 minutes and 15 seconds into action here in the first quarter. Kester launches the three, no good there, and it's pulled down by Brewington. And Brewington drew some contact as he was coming up court.
It's kind of a weak whistle by the the ref.
Right.
He kind of half blew the whistle, but he did hear it. I could hear it up here through the headphones. And that's unfortunately Puvakad's second foul, and it's early, so we'll have a seat for a minute.
We'll certainly have to be careful. Michael Puvakad, certainly a player that the Hillers will need in this game. They're going to need some speed out there tonight. Livingston with possession. Good feed there, up and in. And that is number 23, who is not listed on the roster. So I'm guessing somebody switched numbers, so we'll have to get an update on who 23 is. Ambersoni over to Kester. Now it's Ambersoni once again, Maffiori. Kelly up and in. Brandon Kelly strikes for his second time tonight. 7-4 Wayland. Brewington fires it up over to Livingston. And now it's back to Brewington driving in from the right wing, and getting a hand in there was McCallum Lind. And Lind gets a hand in there once again, and it's taken away. Ambersoni drives up over to Kester, up for three. No, off the rim it goes. That was a good turnover there. Now Maffiori with an air steal. Livingston able to have a nice move to get around Maffiori, however. Moody with possession. Now back to Livingston.
Almost a double dribble.
This Wayland team, you mentioned, certainly a quick team, much like the Hillers. Miss from the elbow there by Nurse. It is a Wayland rebound as Nurse is going to drive in and go for the reverse, and we have a foul.
Ooh. I thought it could have been a travel there, Tom, but he was dancing on the baseline. Hits the third foul on the Hillers.
Yeah, some body contact there. They get Brendan Kelly with his first. Xander Livingston on the entry. Gavin Davies is number 23. And there's a bucket there A 3-ball by Brewington.
10-4, Wayland.
It's a good start for the Warriors. Ambersoni fires it over. And now Maffiori kicks it back out to Ambersoni.
Oh boy,
And
that's
now
trouble.
it's stolen away. Long pass there by Moody. Up and in goes
Could be a
Livingston.
timeout here.
And that is his 3rd field goal. Xander Livingston with a wide open break there, puts it off the window and in. Wayland leading the Hillers 12-4.
Boy, that's a tough stretch. That's a good timeout by Coach Keene to gather his troops here. Wayland's having I'll tell you, defensively they're in a 2-3 zone, excuse me, and they are very active at the top, and it's creating some problems for the Hillers. They haven't, with the exception of Brendan Kelly's one bucket, they haven't really done much other than launch 3-pointers, and that's because they can't get any penetration or anything going on flow-wise offensively. And Wayland has got some speed. That was there's no one going to catch some of these guys if they're even at half court. They got a tough squad. So see if the Hillers can reel it in here. It's still early.
They certainly do, and Wayland last took care of business against Ashland. So there's a common opponent that these two teams have seen.
That was recently, right?
That was, I believe, on Monday. Wayland grabbed the victory over Ashland as Maffiori will work up court. Ambersoni up to Lind. Around the perimeter they go. 3-ball.
Oh,
no good by Maffiori. Wayland has it there to collect with Brewington and taken away by Rankatori. Lind with an air travel trying to fire across the Maffiori. It's picked off by Nurse. Nurse driving in. He'll draw contact from Maffiori.
Rankatori unfortunately got caught in the air. I'm sorry, it might have been Mac Lind. I can't remember which one, but over here right in front of us, and tried to do the old cross-court pass and just didn't have enough on it, and that led to the break and a foul on Maffiori. 4 fouls on the Hillers, none for Wayland.
This Wayland team, they certainly have some offense. They put up 82 points on Monday in the 82-58 victory over Ashland. Maffiori steals it away. Here he comes up court, coast to coast, up and in.
Wow, nice ball fake over the taller player. Not an easy shot.
Certainly wasn't. Brewington with the pass up court over to Moody, and now it's Nurse for 3. Air ball there, collected by Ambersoni. Ambersoni at the top of the key. Fires it over to Maffiori. Drew Rankatori in there as well for the Hillers, getting some good playing time in this first quarter. Lynn fires it out to Ambersoni, up for 3, and that will roll off the rim. Out of bounds it goes, and it was last touched by Maffiori, says the official. Did we have a foul as well? Looks like we did.
Oh, man.
They got Maffiori with his second.
That's two players with 2 early fouls.
Nurse on the entry. Moody with the pass down over to Nurse. Good feed there. Up. No
Nice
good.
block.
What a block by Rosen.
Big time.
That looked like a pretty open shot there by Davies, but Rosen says, not my house. And now Maffiori with some fancy moves to put it up and in.
Beautiful, sweet shot.
Hillers climbing back, 12-8. Now we have a travel called against Davies.
Big momentum shift, Tom. It was 12-4, and now it's 12-8, and Hillers taking advantage of Elon Rosen bringing a spark off the bench with a big block. He's got several this year. Ooh, wide open down there.
Certainly is a big momentum shift going on. And a loose ball, Keefe able to collect, passes it over, up for 3, no good there by Puvakad, and here comes Wayland. Brewington with possession, driving in around Rosen, kicks it out over to Livingston, up for 3, got it.
Wow.
Xander Livingston, 4 field goals already for Wayland. He has a total of 10 points, and it's 15-8, Wayland leading. 125 and counting left to go in the first quarter. Puvakad over to Keefe, now back to Keefe he goes. Puvakad trying to feed it inside, and someone got a foot on the ball.
Wow, Wayland, again, as I said earlier, at the top of the key, they are just really making it difficult to do much of anything offensively, pass-wise for the Hillers, and there's another example of that. They're just very active down there.
That was knocked out of bounds off of Melvin. Hillers will inbound once again. Ryan Kester on the entry. Over to Puvakad he goes.
Keith hanging out in the corner there, wide open.
Back to Kester now. Puvakad over to Lind. Pump fake and the shot, and
nice.
He drew the foul. Was hoping for an and one there.
Good job by Mac Lind, and he had an opportunity to get the ball out to Keith on the wing, but I think he made a good decision to take it up with a little 6-footer in the lane.
I'd say so, and he hits the first of two. The foul was called on Gavin Davies. It's his first. Second of two, no, off the iron, and the Warriors have it. Here comes Wayland. Brewington with the pass over to the corner, and now Davies with the fadeaway, got it.
Sweet shot. Really created some space and had a nice arc on the shot. Unstoppable there.
Puvakad was looking for Rosen, and fortunately for the Hillers, Davies got a foot on the ball. Kester will have the entry. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. A 17-9 Wayland lead. Puvakad. Lynn now pass around the top. Out to Kester, who's hoping for a three opportunity there. Trying to fire it out to Maffiori. What a read by Brewington. Brewington going to take it in, up for the jumper, count it.
Wow.
Jaden Brewington with his second field goal of the night.
He made up his mind. He's going to the hoop. A steal and a nice shot. That's a heck of a play by him. And again, Wayland knocking the ball out of bounds, very active defensively.
You got two hustling teams here. Rosen kicks back out. Kester for three. Got it.
That's a big shot right there. Little momentum shift as we go into the second quarter.
Buzzer beater, almost.
Ooh,
nice attempt by Jack Melvin.
Wow.
Well, that was a very entertaining first quarter, I must say, but it is a 19-12 Wayland lead. It's two teams that I think are going to be neck and neck this entire game. Great hustle out there by both sides.
Yeah, both teams have a lot of speed. Hillers have a little bit of a situation with some fouls to deal with, but right now we're going to take a quick break and listen to the Hopkinton Hiller cheerleaders.
All right, nice job by the Hiller cheerleaders. Let's take a look at the point totals for the first quarter. For Wayland, Xander Livingston with 10, Jaden Brewington with 5, Gavin Davies with 4. For the Hillers, Stephen Maffiori with 4, Ryan Kester with 3, Brendan Kelly with 4, and Callum Lind with 1.
Yeah, the 19-12 Wayland with a lead so far. And as these things can go, things can happen in spurts. And Wayland had their way at the very end. It was nice to see Kester hit a three-pointer with about 4 seconds left in the quarter to pull it to within 7. So that helps, and the Hillers have the ball now starting the second quarter.
Kester. And the Hillers and Wayland, I believe, are in the same playoff bracket. So who knows, maybe another potential matchup. Air ball there by Lind. And Nurse going to draw some contact, and that is going to be the third on Puvakad.
That was unfortunate and really, to be perfectly honest, unnecessary. Picking up his third foul right there. It was just a reach, and he didn't have to do that. But what are you going to do? Can't get that one back.
Yeah, he's going to have to be careful the rest of the game. That's a player the Hillers could really use tonight. Brewington. Up for the shot. Air ball there, and it's collected by Lynn. Nice job by Lynn cutting off Davies. Ambersoni around the perimeter they go. Kester for 3. Count it!
He's hot. Find a little groove there for Mr. Kester.
I think that's who you have to get the ball to. Nurse.
Nice block.
That was a great block there by Rosen. Ambersoni taking it up. Ball was knocked out by Brewington, and Wayland has it back. Brewington going to take it to the rack. Up and no good. Grabs his own rebound. Put back. Yes. And we have a whistle as well. Do we have an?
I think it's a technical foul. I think that a little discussion. Technical foul on number 5, Brewington, who.
Are they waving off that shot as well?
I think the shot's good.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I think they might have got him
before it fell
on the shot. It might have been an offensive foul there, and that's what he disagreed with. So I think, yeah, I don't think they're going to count that shot.
Wow, that's a big swing.
Matt Fiore at the line to take the technical free throw, and he hits the first of 2. So wave off that bucket. That's big.
That's a huge swing right there. Brewington.
They did count the shot. Okay. So.
Yeah, I think the shot went down, and then from what I could see up here, Tom, he had a little conversation with the ref, and the ref didn't like how that was going and gave him a tee.
He was looking for the and one. I mean, I can understand some frustration if they didn't count the shot, but
he crossed the line.
They counted the shot, so why are you getting frustrated? Yeah, you didn't get the and one, but big deal. You got the points.
And he got a tee.
That's right.
He got a little bonus there.
Well, now you give the Hillers a couple points. Ambersoni out to Kester. He's going to
Nice.
drive in, up for the jumper. Air ball there. Kelly collects, and he's denied. Rosen able to collect off the block by Nurse. And now back to Kelly off the glass and in.
Beautiful.
And one as well. Brendan Kelly sticking with it, grabbing the bucket, and he's at the line.
Gee, Kester, he's been on fire, and he had a little 8 or 10 footer in the lane, and it looked like it got partially blocked. You said it was an air ball. It looked like it could have been blocked, and then a little bit of a scramble, and ball ended up back in Kelly's hands. And again, he uses his body so well underneath, and there's not a lot of bulk down there for Wayland. They got some speed and they got some hops, but not a lot of bulk. So hopefully Brendan can take advantage of that.
Hillers on an 8-2 run in this second quarter. It's a 1-point game.
There it is.
So out of the way, here comes Kester. What a steal there. Back to Matt Fiore. Matt Fiore going to fire it over to Ambersoni. Up and off the bottom of the hoop. He collects, however, and kicks it back out to Matt Fiore. Driving the lane over to Kelly. Up, no good. And Kelly nearly collects once again, but this time Livingston is there.
A lot of action, man.
Certainly was. Great hustle by the Hillers in the low post. And they have just gotten better and better in the low post as the season has gone on. Jabari Nurse going to swish that one through for 3.
I mean, that was from Ashland. That was well beyond the arc there.
Yeah, that was an NBA type 3 right there. Matt Fiore out to Ambersoni. Back up to Kelly. He's going to drive in. Up, no good. It'll roll off the rim. And we do have a foul on the rebound attempt. And it's going to be against the Hillers, I believe.
On Rosen?
I think they might have got yeah, they got Rosen. So they get Rosen with his first, and Wayland is now in the bonus, so it's a 1-and-1 for Jabari Nurse.
That one could have been on Brendan. Brendan had a little contact after. He's being aggressive as he should be. That's the way he should play, because he's most effective that way.
Front end no good, tipped up, and it is briefly collected by Davies. He tries to pass it, and it went off of a Hiller, and Livingston couldn't finish. We do have a foul. Oh, boy.
Both teams are really fired up here.
This is a physical game.
Scrappy.
They got Xander Livingston with his first. So that is the 4th team foul on Wayland. The Hillers have 7. Matt Fiore with possession up to Ambersoni. Kester feeds Kelly along the baseline. Out to Matt Fiore, up for 3. Count it. Steven Matt Fiore swishing through. Well, if you get Matt Fiore and Kester hot from beyond the perimeter, look out. 24-23 Wayland lead. Nurse up for the jumper, got it.
Wow, it's a track meet here.
Certainly is. This game so far has been all about
looks
speed.
like a foul there.
Yeah, they're letting him play a little bit. Yep. Matt Fiore got it.
The microwave, he's heating up quick.
I like it. 4 field goals in the game for Matt Fiore. 2 of those from beyond the perimeter. Jumper here by Davies, no. Collected by Kelly. Ambersoni will take it up. A 26-26 game. 4:25 and counting left to go in the first half. Maffiori, no good there. And it's collected by Melvin. Melvin fires it up to Nurse. And now it's knocked away by Rankatori, and it's recollected there by Melvin. 3, and it is not going to count. There was a whistle. We have an offensive foul, I believe.
I think it was a travel on Lee.
Hillers will take it. Moving violation. Hopkinton will inbound. Keefe on the entry to Ambersoni. Maffiori back to Ambersoni. Keefe. Hillers trying to find a way into the interior. Less than 4 minutes left now in the first half. Kelly along the end line. He's blocked and put back, and he draws contact.
Oof. Gavin Davies took one for the team right in his jaw. Brendan was surrounded by Orange down low, and I think Davies is checking out his jawbone in there. It was really quite a collision coming back. Hope he's okay.
Third foul on Davies. Kelly hits the first of 2. It's 2 for 2 from the stripe so far. 8 points for Brendan Kelly tonight. Hillers with their first lead of the game, up by 1. Got it. 3:49 left in the first half, 28-26 Hillers.
16-7 this quarter for the Hillers.
Moody with possession. Certainly been an impressive quarter, that's for sure. Brewington back to Moody, up for 3. No, falls well short. Put back, Livingston, count it.
Unfortunate there. Just no box out, but just an unlucky bounce for the Hillers.
Xander Livingston with 12 points so far tonight. Stole it away on the attempt to get it to Lind. Now Brewington with possession. Brewington drives in, feeds the corner. Here comes Moody. Good pass there, no good on the shot. Tipped out by Kelly, collected by Livingston. Up and in he goes. Xander Livingston, 14 points in this game.
Tough stuff, man.
Don't let him touch the ball if you're the Hillers. Maffiori able to feed Lind. Knocked out of bounds off the hand of Nick Johnson. A 30-28 lead for Wayland. 2:50 left to go in the first half. Back and forth we go here at the Athletic Center.
I don't know about you. I'm out of breath just calling the game here. It's just up and down.
Brian Keefe to Ambersoni. Ambersoni was trying some moves there, was stolen away. Brewington with a good feed, and drawing the foul is Livingston. They're going to get Lind with that one.
Not a bad foul there, given what happened on the other end of the court. That was Mac Lind's first foul, so not a bad one for him. They were already in the bonus, so.
Xander Livingston, he can do it all. It's the first of 2 free throws. 15 points for the senior. And that one no good. Collected by Puvakad. Over to Keefe. Now back to Puvakad. Lind.
Had Rosen underneath. He's wide open.
Up for 3, Kester. No good there. Loose ball collected by Puvakad. Over to a wide open Rosen off the window and in.
He's been wide open that whole possession. They finally got the ball to him, fortunately.
Well, Wayland, they thought they had the ball, but a little premature there, working their way up court. Up for 3 and no good there, Brewington. Lind collects. Here comes Puvakad. Keefe over to Rosen. And Rosen trying to get back to Keefe, and they call it out on the Hillers.
That's too bad. Again, the Wayland is very effective defending around the perimeter, and the Hillers are having a one of the more difficult times working the ball around. We've done a lot of games this year, and but while I say that, they've got 30 points in the first half already, so they're certainly getting it done.
Both of these teams seem to be on their A game tonight. We're going to have a foul here as Brewington shot an offensive charge is the call. Team 6 for Wayland. They get Jabari Nurse with his first.
Must have cleared out or something there. I didn't really see it, but 1:35 left in the first half. 1 point lead for Wayland.
That ball knocked out of bounds, and they call it out off of Keefe. Yeah, it looked like Brewington got a hand on it, and then it hit Keefe a little bit.
Double tip. Keefe's got to come to the ball there. He kind of waited for it a little bit.
Moody with possession, gets back to Livingston. Over to Brewington. Now Livingston. Moody. Kicks it back out. Over to Nurse. Wayland running out of time on the shot clock. 5 seconds
There
left. And it's tipped away. Ambersoni trying to get to the loose ball. Some quick hands there. Shot clock expires. It'll be Hillers basketball.
Good hustle by Ambersoni.
Certainly was.
Could have been a foul on Wayland as Ambersoni was getting to the ball. It looked like the Wayland player nudged him. Refs trying to let the guys play tonight, which is good.
Ambersoni with possession. Less than a minute left to go in the first half. This has been a great half of basketball.
Very enjoyable.
Maffiori. Over to Kelly. Up and in. Brandon Kelly just dominating in the low post.
One of his best offensive outputs of the season so far. It's only halftime, just about.
11 points for Brendan Kelly so far. Brewington with possession. Up for the jumper, count it.
He's a nice player.
Shane Brewington with 9 points for Wayland. I gotta say, I wouldn't mind seeing these two teams meet up in the playoffs. Perhaps a sectional finals meeting.
There you go.
Ambersoni over to Keefe. 5 seconds left to go in the half. Over to Kelly, and he's denied, knocked out of bounds. 1.3 seconds left to go. They call it out off of Kelly. I don't know if I agree with that one.
That's unfortunate. One must have gone off his knee or something.
Comes the buzzer beater. Brewington.
Oh.
Falls just short. That was close. Well, at the half, it is Wayland 33, Hopkinton 32. Back and forth, momentum shifts. What a basketball game we have going on here, Steve.
Well, that was a good second quarter for the Hillers. Even go back to the end of the first quarter when Kester hit that three to bring it to 19-12, because there was for them to come from basically 10 points down and to be down by 1 right now against a tough squad is a tribute to the Hillers. And we're going to take a little halftime break and listen to the Hiller cheerleaders, and then we'll catch you on the other side, and we'll get you with some stats at that time.
Stick around.
They were winning 26-7 after the first quarter. And then it was pretty even from there. Sometimes they go like that one game they had 20 points. I was at Medway Belmont Friday. That game was nutty. Medway was up at the half, 35-14. They they got the technical Brewington. He's so quick and long, so he's just. So they're gonna get the quick down low, and it's gonna be ding ding. They have, Mackling and Brendan. They have some high low stuff. It's effective. I don't know if maybe that's something.
Welcome back to the Hopkinton High School Athletic Center. We are just about ready for the second half between the Wayland Warriors and the Hopkinton Hillers. It is a 33-32 lead for Wayland. Let's take a look at the scoring totals of the first half. We'll start off with Wayland. Gavin Davis with 4. Jaden Brewington with 9. Jabari Nurse with 5. Xander Livingston with 15. For the Hillers, Elon Rosen with 2. McCallum Lind with 1. Brendan Kelly with 11. Ryan Kester with 6. Stephen Maffiori with 12. Tom Nappy alongside Steve Spector, happy to be with you for the regular season finale of Hopkinton Hillers boys basketball, and it has been a great battle so far, Steve.
Well, I like we just said a minute ago, one of the most entertaining games of the season by far. And both teams are really getting tuned up for the playoffs. They have identical records, and very exciting second half. We're about to get started, and it's already a physical and scrappy game, and I think it's going to just get even more so as we go into the third quarter here.
And we are underway in the second half. Jane Brewington hands it off over to Moody. Around the perimeter they go. Nurse with possession. Back to Moody. He'll go up for the shot. No good there, and it's pulled down by Kester. Maffiori will work his way up court. Driving it over to Kelly, and he's called for the travel. Ooh. Bucket will not count.
Good idea, though, by Brendan taking it to the hoop. That's where he's got most of his success tonight. He's kind of running the baseline and using his big body to just maneuver his way in for some layups. So that's hopefully we'll get a lot more of that in his third and fourth quarter.
Nurse up for the long jumper. No good there, and it's pulled down by Puvakad. Ambersoni with possession, hands it back to Kester. Now over to Puvakad. Back up to Kester. Puvakad now. Puvakad's going to have to be careful. He has 3 fouls already in this game. It's taken away by Moody. Here comes Brewington. Brewington along the end line. Nearly stepped out of bounds there.
Almost a travel.
Both teams having a little bit of trouble working their way in the interior. Nurse going to force his way in. Up with the right hand, no good. Kelly pulls it down.
Got numbers.
Hillers have a 3-on-2 here.
Nice.
Kelly splits the defenders up and in.
He just bodied his way through. It was a 3-on-2, but Brendan just took it to the hoop. They really couldn't stop him there.
Goes, I can't go around you. I'll go through you. Livingston, got it.
Wow.
Good response there. Xander Livingston, 18 points.
Right back at you.
Puvakad over to Maffiori. Maffiori to Ambersoni. Back to Maffiori. Now Ambersoni. If I recall correctly, I believe the Hillers and Wayland met up in the playoffs a couple years ago. Kickball called there as Moody got the foot on it. Kester on the entry. To Kelly.
Nice.
Off the window and in.
Wow, he's going to get it. Looks like he's on his way to a 20-point night.
15 points so far for Brandon Kelly. He has just been an absolute force in the low post. Here goes Moody. No good there. It is a rebound collected by Davies. Turns it around up for the shot. No good.
Nice.
Kester gets the loose ball. Fires it over to Puvakad. Up and in with the reverse.
Sweetness there. Beautiful. Hillers take the lead for the second time tonight.
That was just smooth moves there. And Wayland needs a timeout with 5:22 left to go in the third quarter. The Hillers leading by 2. An impressive start to this second half for Hopkinton.
Well, not a lot of scoring in general with, almost 3 minutes into the third quarter. And Hillers having their way with a 2-point lead. They were down by a point coming out of the half. So, but the momentum feels even more so just the way things are going in the last, say, 30 seconds. And Wayland trying to regroup after giving up a couple hoops.
And well, we have a moment. I'd like to thank our crew this evening. Our director, Tom Dings, on graphics, Samantha Dings. And our camera men/women this evening, Mary Arnott, John Ritz, and Mike Terosian. A 38-36 Hillers lead over Wayland. 5:22 left to go in the third quarter. Hillers so far outscoring Wayland in this quarter 6-3. And I would say so far Hopkinton just dominating the low posts on both sides.
And, you know, with such a tight score here, I think this is just going to be one of these slugfests here going through here. And again, Wayland still with a very aggressive 2-3 zone. They haven't really changed that strategy because it's been effective.
I expect this game to go down to the final seconds. Up for three, Moody. No good there. Collects his own rebound and kicks it back out. Up for three, and in goes Brewington.
Nice rotation.
Jaden Brewington, 12 points for Wayland. I'd say, I'll say it again, both of these teams on their A game tonight. Stolen away by Moody. Nice steal there. Nurse, turnaround jumper, no, and it's pulled down by Puvakad. Knocked out of bounds by Nurse. Hillers will have the entry.
Brendan Kelly taking a blow. Elon Rosen coming in, he's had a good game too, and excuse me, having some effect defensively with a couple block shots and disrupting shots down there, and a bucket or two as well. So
my calculations are correct. He has 3 rebounds so far. Ambersoni. Puvakad. Over to Lind, and he's tripped up, called for the travel. I think he just had a little misstep there.
Well, he was, you know, for the younger players who are watching what the Wayland player did, Xander Livingston, who's having a heck of a game, he sealed the baseline and Lynn tried to go by him. He just wasn't enough room there, and forced to travel basically.
Brewington gets it over to Livingston. Now Davies kicks it back out to Livingston. Now Brewington. Up for the jumper, count it.
Wow, he's on fire. They need to deal with him and quick.
Puvakad back to Ambersoni. Puvakad back to Ambersoni, who's going to drive in. Fiore was hoping for a 3 opportunity. Great feed to Rosen, but he can't finish.
Nice block by
Nurse, coast to coast, draws the foul.
Oof, Puvakad's 4th. Which is too bad because he kind of got run over is what happened.
I actually thought that was an offensive charge.
That's an unfortunate development there, but
actually I take that back because Puvakad did stop, and when the defender stops and there's contact, it's always going to be on the defender.
Yep, Jabari Nurse, quick player, just took it right. Oh!
Up for 3, no. That'll roll off the rim, collected by Lynn. Some big contact there. Lynn takes it up.
Ooh, that could have been a foul.
There's a foul. They're going to get Jaden Brewington with his 2nd.
Definitely a physical slugfest, not in a literal sense, but certainly game of spurts. Right now, Wayland's having their way in the last minute and a half.
These officials are great tonight, though. They're letting them play out there. They know that it's 2 physical teams. I'm glad they're not calling everything, because there would be a whole lot of fouls if they called every bit of contact in this one.
And we'd be here till Thursday, you know.
Keefe and Brewington trying to rip it away from Keefe, and a nice job there by Keefe putting it out of bounds off of Brewington. Both teams putting the pressure on each other.
They smothered Keefe there. He's going to play stronger. Uh-oh, that's a tough pass.
Misfire there. Livingston nearly had it, but could not keep control and ended up out of bounds.
Very fortunate in that one, Tom, because that pass was a little bit of a risky pass, and Hillers were fortunate to get that ball back.
Ambersoni with possession out of Maffiori. Over to Rosen. Back out to Ambersoni. Now Keefe up for 3. No good there, and it's collected by Davies.
It's a good shot by Keefe. That's his shot in the corner. Just didn't go down for him.
Both teams struggling a little bit offensively compared to the first 2 quarters of this game. Stolen away here. Here comes Ambrosoni. Good quick hands once again by Tommy, and he's going to draw the foul.
Looks like Rosen got a hand in that one and led to the break, and Ambrosoni's got a couple at the line.
He's had a couple tremendous steals tonight. And one on Xander Livingston. That's his second. First of 2, no good. Well, this is one of those games that free throws could make a huge difference.
No question about it. Even the ones that were missed earlier, there were only a few of them, but there hasn't really been a whole lot of free throws overall. Just in general, you're the statistician and announcer. I don't know how you do that, but Ambrosoni shortened both of those. That's a sign of a little bit of fatigue.
2:38 left to go in the 3rd quarter. A 3-point lead for Wayland. Moody with possession. Back out to Nurse. Nurse up for the long 2. No. Kelly tips it in the air, and it's taken by Moody. Up for the shot. No. And then it's knocked out of bounds. And they call it out off of Wayland. I believe it was Moody got the last touch on it, and the Hillers will have it.
The Wayland coach is questioning that call. He thinks it went off of a Hiller player. It actually went out of bounds, and almost, I think it landed on Ambrosoni before it hit, and he was sitting out of bounds. So
Kester up for 3. Count it.
Huge 3. Hillers hadn't had a hoop in a little while.
Ryan Kester has a 3-pointer in each quarter so far in this game. Total of 9 points. Driving in, up for the shot. No good there by Noah Lee, who just recently hopped into the game. Keefe driving up for the Hillers. Over to Lind, up for 3. Count it. Making it rain.
Wow. 6 straight points for the Hillers on 2 threes in about the last 27 seconds.
Brewington gets it over to Lee. Up for 3. No. Kelly collects. Hillers up by 3. 1:23 and counting left to go in the 3rd. Over to Kelly. Great feed. Can't finish. Loose ball. Kelly sticks with it. Off the window and in.
Wow, that's about 8 straight points for the Hillers.
Brandon Kelly just shut it down in the low post there. Up for 3. No good.
Oof, in and out.
Rattle out off the hands of Moody. Here comes the Hillers.
There it is.
Sony to Kelly. Wide open. Got it.
I think Wayland needs a timeout, unless they just run to the quarter. Yep, there it is.
Brandon Kelly, 19 points. 8 in this 3rd quarter. Unbelievable.
And 10 straight points for the Hillers in about I'd say a 90-second span. They just lit it up. And Wayland doesn't have an answer, and the only answer was for their coach to call a timeout.
I can't figure out why Wayland's letting Brandon Kelly run loose. He's just dominating.
Well, he's fired up. I think the Hillers are bringing it. This is a big home game. I said earlier it is vacation week, and the student section is not up. It's they're in the corner instead of at the.
They're watching the game on HCAM right now.
Oh, there you go.
They want to hear the commentary.
And speaking of exactly, but nevertheless, the Hillers are really getting tuned up for their playoff run, and hopefully we'll have a nice long run, and maybe we'll catch a couple home games here. And last year the girls, I think while we have a moment, we want to congratulate the girls team this year. Their record wasn't as strong as it has been in the past, and again last year they went to the state finals, but we want to make sure that we give them their due and congratulate them.
They had a very impressive season. They almost made the playoffs. They got 1 senior on the roster. It was a transition year for this Hiller girls team. But I think next year, look out.
Exactly, and they had a lot of freshman players that contributed immensely, and by the end of the season, they were really not freshmen by their skill level because they got a lot of playing time, and that's going to prove to be very helpful in the next couple of years.
45 seconds and counting, left in the 3rd, up for 3, no good there by Davies, collected by Kelly. Here comes the Hillers, over to Ambrosoni. He's going to pull up.
Oh,
Great move there. Oh, count it. Tommy Ambrosoni with the swing around and the bucket.
A lot of hang time there.
Certainly was. Davies Got it.
Ooh, that's a big hoop for them. They hadn't had a hoop in a while.
Excuse me, that was Jack Melvin, rather. Ambersoni takes it up. 10 seconds left to go in this quarter. A 6-point lead for the Hillers.
Oh, too bad.
Kelly with a misstep there. Noah Lee will have the entry for Wayland with 6.4 seconds left to go in the quarter. Here comes Moody driving in, up and in. And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's a 4-point game in favor of the Hillers. And we'll set it down at courtside right now.
Senior legacy gift. All right, get your tickets ready. Take it away, John.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, big pot tonight. Winner is 351-0480. I'll say it one more time. 351-0480. Have a good night.
You can pick up your earnings at the table over there. Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations to whoever won the raffle today. I guess it was a big pot. As we head into the fourth quarter, the Hillers leading by 4, 50-46, an 18-13 third quarter in favor of the Hillers. And the Hopkinton offense in the last few minutes of that quarter, pretty tremendous.
It was, but again, it was at one point it was 41-38. And then the Hillers got about 12 points in a row. And so that was where they had that big push. And at the very, very end, Tom, Wayland got a couple buckets. So the momentum did, at the very end, kind of shift over to Wayland. So now, as we start the fourth quarter, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Well, I think the Hillers would not be winning this game right now if it wasn't for Brendan Kelly. He's having himself a night. Keefe. Over to Ambersoni, up for 3. No good there.
Nice.
Swatted out by Rosen. Back to Ambersoni.
Ooh, looked like a foul.
And now, loose ball collected by Kester. Great feed to Rosen, and he'll draw contact.
Nice play by Rosen. You know, when Brendan taking a blow, which he deserves, it's really not. It's a different kind of a big man down there, and Elon does some different things. And in that one, he got slammed. That was definitely an obvious foul, and he's been effective at the line. So hopefully he can hit these two.
And foul called on Jack Melvin. That's his first. First free throw, no good. Well, strap in, everybody. I think this is going to be an exciting fourth quarter. 51-46 Hillers. 7:35 and counting. Melvin with possession. Up to Brewington. Up for the shot, no. Collected by Lind. Callum Lind takes it up to Ambersoni. Back out to Lind. A pump fake, thought about the shot there. Feeds Maffiori instead. Out to Kester. Now over to Rosen. Now Ambersoni. Rosen setting the pick there. Ambersoni drives in off the bottom of the bucket, but he drew contact.
I think Ambersoni's it was a good take to the hoop. He ran out of room, and he really essentially had no angle to get the ball up near the rim, but he got hacked in the arm, which sort of bailed him out.
You get Melvin with his second. Ambersoni struggling from the stripe. 0 for 3 so far tonight. Fourth foul on Wayland in the half. Second free throw,
That's
no.
unbelievable. You don't see that too often. He's 0 for 4.
That's usually a mental thing, too. He's
start thinking about too much.
Right. Moody with possession, calling it out. Fires it over to Brewington. Now over to Melvin. Back up to Brewington. On the near side, Lee, and now long three here, Brewington, no good there. And it's collected by Ambersoni.
Good defense from the Hillers on that possession.
Callum Lind going to drive in.
Oh, nice.
Great back pass to Rosen there. Ambersoni to Maffiori, up for three. Count it.
Woo. Biggest lead of the night, 8 points.
Stephen Maffiori with 15 points so far tonight. Brewington. Good feed there to Davies. He'll draw. No, travel.
Yep, good call by the ref.
Well, I thought there was a little contact there, but he did take that misstep first.
Yep.
So whatever happens first, that's the call you're going to get.
You know, what's been good about this season is that different people get hot at different times, and Kester's been hot earlier tonight, and obviously Brendan. Maffiori's hot. Oh, nice.
Maffiori trying to feed Rose in. It was knocked out. They call it out off of the Hillers.
You know, Ambersoni has had a heck of a season. He's just not getting it done tonight offensively as he has in other games. And it's a little bit glaring when he's missed 4 free throws. Not to pick on him, but that's just uncharacteristic of him. But there's still plenty of time for him to have an impact.
Noah Lee with possession. Well, everyone's entitled to an off night.
I've had a few.
Moody up for three, no good.
Ooh, nice recovery.
Yeah, good job there. And now driving in Brewington up for the shot. No, and it's collected by Lind. Lind cutting off Brewington from getting that rebound. And now we have contact, or no, timeout by the Hillers. It was definitely contact there, I feel like. That probably should have been called, but that's okay. 5:28 left to go in regulation. The Hillers leading Wayland 54-46. And so far they're on a 4-0 run in this fourth quarter throughout the first 2.5 minutes or so.
Brewington trying to kind of do it on his own there. Created a good shot for himself right in the key. Didn't go down. A little bit out of frustration went after Mac Lynn tried to get the ball back and came close to getting a foul. And Lynn got trapped down there. And I think wisely Coach Keene called a timeout to get out of that precarious situation.
Well, this is a great tune-up for the playoffs because you're playing another team that is in your bracket in the postseason. And this is the exact kind of matchup you want heading into the playoffs. I feel like a lot of the teams that are playing a struggling opponent heading into the postseason, they have a tough time heating up in the playoffs at times. So, good matchup tonight for the Hillers. The final regular season tune-up. And we continue on. Nearly stolen away there. Now it is stolen away. Moody with the quick hands. Up for the shot. No. And Brewington up for the putback. He'll draw contact.
A non-shooting foul. I think that's on Brendan. Excuse me. Unfortunately for Puvakat, he just went behind the back and lost the ball.
You got Kester with that foul.
Oh, Kester, my bad. Yep.
Driving in and drawing the foul is Peter Moody. He'll go to the line. That is only the second team foul by the Hillers, or third rather. They get Maffiori with his third, so he'll have to be a little careful. Moody hits the first of 2 free throws.
This game is far from over here.
Certainly is.
I mean, both teams have had spurts. You know, Hiller's got 12 straight points. It's been 6 or 8 point runs by each squad on a number of occasions tonight, and Wayland's bringing their big gun back. Xander Livingston has got a bunch of points tonight, and he's been sitting for a while, so I'm sure he's a little fresh and coming back in, and Hiller's got to deal with him.
Xander Livingston, 18 points. Maffiori on the entry. Lind back to Maffiori. Maffiori gonna drive the lane, up for the shot. Oh. No, falls out. That might be the furthest I've ever seen the ball go in but come back out.
Yeah, that ball came down wet. It was caught some air in that. A lot of arc on that one.
Nurse. Back to Brewington. Noah Lee now with possession. Lee up for the long jumper. No good there. And it's collected by Ambersoni after it went off the hand of Melvin, and now long shot here. Got it.
Huge.
Puvakad.
Good for Michael. He's had a bit of a up and down game with 4 fouls, and he's had to be kind of cautious and playing a little, maybe not as aggressive as he normally would. So that's a big shot for him.
Nothing like a big-time 3-bucket to lift your spirits up, and a good response by Jabari Nurse, and that was a long 2. Ambersoni takes it up. 4 minutes and counting left to go in regulation.
Oh, nice.
Over to Lind, and he's denied. Ambersoni with possession.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
Hillers running out of time. Kelly trying to set the pick there. Puvakad back to Maffiori. Maffiori going to drive in, pulls up, launches the shot, no good. Batted in the air, back off of the hoop by Lind. Now Maffiori with another putback, no good. And then he'll collect the loose ball, put it up and in.
Wow.
What a sequence that was.
Maffiori, one of the smaller kids in the court. He got 2 offensive rebounds in about 5 seconds.
3 here, count it. Jabari Nurse strikes back.
Huge 3-pointer right there.
Jabari Nurse, 10 points for Wayland. Tommy Ambersoni driving in, feeds Lind. Now it's Puvakad. Around the defender, and he'll draw contact from Melvin.
Melvin's not agreeing. He's having a little conversation, looking for an explanation on that. I mean, Puvakad, that's just the way it goes. You know, he took it up strong. He kind of stepped into the Wayland player and looking for a little clarification, and the clarification is he got a foul on him.
First of 2, got it.
Nice to see Puvakad coming through for his mates in the 4th quarter here.
6 points on the night for Michael Puvakad. All of them in the second half. Make it 7. 61-53. Hillers back up by 8. Here comes Jabari Nurse. Over to Livingston, who thought about the 3.
Here it is.
Trying to feed up to Noah Lee. It was swiped out by Puvakad, but picked back up by Lee, and then we get a Wayland timeout. I'd say that's a smart timeout there by head coach Dennis Doherty. Calm his team down a little bit.
Well, they've got 3 minutes and 8 points. In some games, you could say that's a kind of a big deficit, but things are happening so quickly here tonight. You know, one or two 3-pointers and bang, it's a tie game, or close to it. And then Maffiori, close to a foul there, would have been his 4th. Refs again, just in general, are letting the boys play, and Wayland got the ball back, and it was still a little bit of a scramble. So the Wayland coach called a timeout to settle his guys down. And coming into the stretch run here, down by 8, they need to, they need a hoop and they need a stop. But for the Hillers, they just got to keep doing what they're doing. They're having a great second half, and they're in a good spot. They just need to finish the deal.
Well, the Hillers in the second half have totally shut down Xander Livingston. He had 15 points in that first half, but has not been able to do anything in the second.
I mean, he was on the bench for a good part of the this quarter.
I wonder if that was related to the technical.
I think it was.
That might have been some coaching, a coach discipline there.
It could be. If it was anything like my high school coach, I definitely would have been. I'm going back a few years in Framingham North, but.
Were you one of those guys on the bench all the time because of you got into foul trouble?
No, I always wanted to play more. My senior year, I played a lot. My junior year, I didn't play quite as much as I wanted to. But we always had discussions with my coach at that time. But I digress. But we got a game here.
That's true. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
Lind with possession.
Wide open.
Puvakad long 2. No, wide to the right. Ambersoni with the hustle, nearly had it, but Melvin is able to rip it away. Here comes Nurse. Good feed there to Livingston. And now he's surrounded by Hillers, kicks it back out to Nurse, driving it up for the shot, no, and is able to collect his own rebound and maintain possession.
Very athletic young man there.
Certainly is, up for the jumper, count it.
That's a huge, what a turnaround there. I mean, he just single-handedly got an offensive rebound and somehow created a good shot for himself.
12 points for Jabari Nurse, 7 of those 12 in this 4th quarter. McCallum Lind with possession. Ambersoni now. Less than 2 minutes left to go. Up for three. Puvakad, no. And the loose ball is collected by Nurse. A 6-point game in favor of the Hillers. 140 and counting left to go in regulation. Emmanuel with possession. DeLocke Emmanuel, sophomore, just recently hopping into the game. Livingston out to Nurse. Up for three. No.
Close.
And it's collected by Maffiori.
Work for a good shot. No rush.
Ambersoni. Over to Rosen. Now Lind. We're going to get a Hillers timeout. Coach Keene wants to talk things over.
That's a good timeout because Brendan Kelly's been looking to get in the game in the last minute or so, and there's only 1:07 left in the game. And I think I think we'll see a little bit of an adjustment in the roster for the last minute. I was looking around; they didn't have a lot of three-point opportunities in there. Not that they have to do that, but the way Wayland is playing their D very aggressively, I think the Hillers need to have some three-point options, and they don't think they had as many as they would maybe like. So we'll see if – I know it looked like Kelly's going to come in and see if there's any other changes.
Yeah, I was a little surprised to see they got away from giving Maffiori or Kester the opportunity from outside the perimeter, especially with the way they were shooting from three-point land in the first half. But the low post game has been working. Brendan Kelly single-handedly dominating that third quarter, putting up 8 out of the 18 points for the Hillers, 19 overall. But Wayland has keyed in on Kelly in this fourth quarter, and they've shut him down pretty good.
Exactly, and this is where we only got a few possessions left. No real foul. Very different second half versus the first half in regards to the number of fouls called. So neither team is in a bonus situation right now. However, Wayland is with 5 fouls, maybe looking for to put themselves into that situation.
We are under a minute left to play. Puvakad kicks it out to Lind, and Lind up for the shot. No, and it's collected by Nurse. Shot clock was about to expire as well. Nurse fires it over to Emmanuel. Emmanuel thought about the shot. He's going to feed it out instead of Brewington. Now it's back to Emmanuel.
Let him work the clock. That's fine.
Yep. I don't know why. Wayland has to get aggressive here. They're down by 6. Good feed over to Nurse.
Oh!
The shot. What a block by Lind. Ambersoni is going to draw the intentional foul.
That got the whole Hiller team off the bench with that block. That was huge.
Foul called on Xander Livingston. 30.8 seconds left to go. Hillers up by 6. They have the entry. And the next Wayland foul will put the Hillers in the bonus.
I think we'll see a quick foul here.
I think so. Kelly hands it back to Maffiori. Ooh. They missed the foul there. Puvakad
Nice.
Back to Maffiori. Thought about the three. He's going to hang on to it and waste that clock. And now finally a foul.
I mean, Maffiori had a wide open three. He had a notion, and he made a really smart play to not shoot that ball as much as he probably wanted to launch it.
I think he was really considering it, though.
In any event, that's the strategy. Wayland didn't really manage the clock well in the last, say, 30 or 40 seconds. They were, dancing around at the top of the key for 10 or 15 seconds looking for a shot, and then I guess that's a result of the Hillers playing tough D at that very moment. That's a huge turnaround. I think their Hillers are in good shape here.
That was a huge free throw by Stephen Maffiori as he hits the front end of the 1-and-1. He has 18 points tonight. Tremendous performance. Make it 19.
Wow.
He is now tied with Brendan Kelly for the team lead. Here comes Brewington. Up for the long three. No, falls short. Collected by Livingston. Good feed there.
Oh.
Up and in is Nurse plus a foul and one. That is huge for Wayland. They still have very slim hopes to tie this one up, but that keeps this game at least at bay for the Warriors.
Still be a minor miracle if Wayland could somehow pull this out. You almost want to see him miss the shot intentionally and then get the rebound and and with only 10 seconds left, I mean, they can get the 1 point and still be down by 5.
That could be what Wayland's talking about right now on that timeout. I think you have to do that, really.
Yeah, you'd have to, clang it off the rim, and whatever play they have in there that they've worked on to be in this situation, they're here. Intentional miss at the foul line, try to get the rebound and throw it out. Like I said, I think they've run out of time for the most part, but Hillers just need to be smart. Don't foul. Let Wayland even hit a three-pointer. By that, by the time that should happen, it's probably gone 3 or 4 seconds. But Hillers taking their time coming out of their timeout.
Well, big credit to Stephen Manfiore and Brendan Kelly tonight. They are playing some tremendous basketball out there. Jabari Nurse trying to complete the and one.
See if he decides to try to hit it or decides to. There it is.
Yeah, it was intentional, collected by Lind. And there's the foul. These officials are letting him play so much you have to make contact with him a couple times to get the call.
I got to say, for that type of a play, that was a pretty good job by number 4. Sorry, should know it by now. Jabari Nurse, who had the free throw.
Jabari Nurse has single-handedly kept Wayland alive in this fourth quarter. He has 9 points in the quarter, 14 overall.
I mean, both teams have spread their offense around.
No good on the front end of the 1-and-1. Here comes Wayland. They have to shoot quick. Up for 3. No good. Off the rim it goes. And he'll try it again, but it's too late. The Hillers going to walk away with the 63-57 win. A tremendous victory to wrap up regular season play for the Hillers. And, Steve, that was just a great team performance by Hopkinton.
I mean, like I said, this has been an entertaining game. Congratulations to both teams. They both played their hearts out, and they both showed good sportsmanship on a few occasions. They got knocked over, and they were helping each other up as an example of that. And I'm sure they're both teams are thinking that they might very well see each other, in the next week or two.
Well, they certainly could. They're in the same playoff bracket, and that's the next step for the Hillers. They wrap up the regular season, 14 wins, 6 losses. Next game will be hopefully a home playoff game, but it'll certainly be a playoff game. Stephen Manfiore and Brendan Kelly, your players of the game, as they both score 19 points tonight. For our crew, Tom Dings, Samantha Dings, Mary Arnott, John Ritz, Mike Tarosian, my broadcast partner, Steve Spector. I'm Tom Nappy. The Hillers take down Wayland 63-57. We thank you for watching all season long. Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity basketball on HCAM. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you in the playoffs.